नारायण श्री कृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधाक्षम औदार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्च युक्तम वरम वरेण्य पुरुषम महांतम नारायण शिरसा नमामि कृदंडीनां भक्त शिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्ण पादाब्ज हृदयकविदि चैतन्य लीलामृत सार सारं नारायणं तं सततं प्रपद्ये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Pronouns to everyone. Now, names of responses, not a speed of Gurudev, Bhanaga Guru Varga, Nama Nishta Santa, Dandavat, and especially Bhanaga Guru Varga, and especially Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. To speak millions and millions of responses. Today is disappearance day. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo. So today is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada 87th year of celebration, separation. So then 24th is our Gurudev's disappearance day. That is Tuesday. 26th is Sapala Ekadasi. Then January 29th is again appearance day of Gurudev Narayana. Third, Vasanta Panchami. 5th February Advaita Saptami. 10th February Nityana Trayodasi. Then 9th March is Mayapur Navadvip Parikrama beginning. 14th is Gaur Purnima. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur 87th disappearance day. Bhaktivinoda Thakur with his special prayer, he brought Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. These are the two stalwarts. Without them, I don't think we would be talking here. Or who knows where. So, yeah, so much indebted to both of them. Our Gurudev recalled, Bhakti Prajnan Keshamar, Param Gurudev was there last day. Apparently, he said he was not happy. Why? He wanted to give what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. Separation mode. Radha Krishna. So, in Bhakti, there's two meeting and also meeting in separation. For sadhaka, this is the thing. Meeting in separation. That is prominent. This is what we have to inculcate. So that will happen when our mind does not sway around, Uh, like Andhra Prabhu is keep telling, when what we speak and hear should be locked up through the mind. When we call on Krishna's name, Krishna appears. Jai Jai Gaura Harati ki Jai Gaura Vihane Navanti Prane Gaura Kareti Sara Gaura Nayanera Tara Gaura Karidan Gaura Galarahara Gaura Nayane Gaura 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 Gaura. Now, there is something, uh, the tongue, ear, and the mind. huh? So, if they can get aligned, focused, um, then you develop the viraha, separation. Like he's saying, when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his instruction is, many instructions are there. He published this first volume. About 220, I think 225 questions are there. First volume. Please read this because it will take you different level. Uh, the statement written in the Sikshastakam of Srimad Mahaprabhu. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Supreme victory to the congregational chanting of the Krishna's name. In the Gaudiya Mata's sole object of worship. And Sri Krishna with the Vishaya Vigraha, the object of the devotee's prema, is the sole enjoyer, and all others are to be enjoyed by him. Those who do not perform Haribhajana are ignorant and murderers of their own souls. Getting to learn tolerance is one of the main duties of persons residing in a monastery. Mata. Sri Rupanuga Bhakta Gana never think or speak of their own power. Rather, they give all credit and glory to the root cause of everything, Sri Krishna. No? Chanting Sri Harinama and direct realization of Bhagavan are one and the same. This is the point. Chanting Sri Harinama. Chanting Sri Harinama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And direct realization of Bhagavan are one and the same. Try to understand what it is. Because Lord in this age of Kali, he has incarnated in the form of the sound in his name. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, his name also appeared along with him. So wherever the name is called, he follows. Krishna follows his name. See, it's like this. Suppose somebody calls you. Don't we pay our attention to them? Who is calling? Right? And we go there. Isn't it? If the baby calls the mother, mommy, mother goes there, isn't it? And she knows that he is calling her. So when he calls with love and affection, are you not going to go there? The mother goes. So calling. Same way when we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna comes there. But then we are not giving attention to him because our mind is somewhere else. You understand? The word came Krishna, Hare Krishna, Radha and Krishna came there. But then we didn't hear, or the mind did not focus. The mind went to the market. Radha Krishna came there and they saying, wait a minute, he called us. He's not even looking at us. He has gone to market. Why should we stay here? So they go back. Understand? That's why the offense, there are 10 offenses chanting. The last one is inattentive chanting. Inattentive, that's what it means. We have to pay attention. Even mundane word. Suppose somebody like dictation, for example. Suppose you are in the process of taking notes. Now, someone is speaking, you are taking. But if you don't hear what he's saying, what he can write, you'll get confused, right? Suppose somebody requests you buy something and you are talking, you did not pay attention to what that party wanted. Relative, friends, father, mother, somebody. My dear, when you go to the market, please buy this. Please buy banana. Oh, no, you are paying attention. You're not. If you have paid attention, then you remember. When you go to the market, you have no doubt. But if you not hear properly, oh, my mom or dad is told that buy something. What is that? Buy. Oh, maybe banana, dry fruit or something. You bring. You no, I never told you to buy dry fruit. I told you banana. See, not properly listening, hearing leads to so many, even mundane world, is it not? It leads to so many problems. So in the spiritual way, same also. That's why when you're chanting, you have to hear. Chant sweetly and hear nicely. Total, nothing else. Don't try to hear something else. So, so that means the mind is focused, hearing. Mind is. Then what happens? Because they have come in the form of sound, we neglected them. So what happens? It is an offense, right? Nama aparada. You will get sukruti, right? Because you are telling Hare Krishna mantra. But that will go because when you are chanting like that, Hare Krishna mantra, because you are inattentive, you are paying attention to the mundane world. family, right? Things of this world, samsara, right? So what happens? That Sukriti goes to benefit or to, you know, uh, progress in the samsara. Okay, because when you are chanting, you are thinking of samsaric. You understand what I mean? Mundane, worldly things. The power of holy name goes to improve that or increase that and then assist that, whatever. So you get more wealth, right? More entanglement, no? Artha, kama. Huh? You will not get liberation or prema. So, avahelana, you heard the holy name with disrespect, understand? What happens? You disrespected. So, you will get more money, artha, kama, you know, other desires, material desires, strong, you know, dharma, mundane things, see. So then what happens? Then you are thinking, wow, by chanting, I got a promotion, I got more money, I got more entanglement. You know. So, avayalana, inattentive, you know. But if you closely chant with attention, you know, you get Krishna prema. And also material things also, okay? Just enough for you. So you will not have difficulty in the life, You will get enough, but you will not get entangled. So otherwise it will take many, many, many lifetimes again meeting a pure devotee and then again trying. So, so much Sukruti. That's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that is his disappearance day, he said, chanting Harinam, Sri Harinam, and direct realization of Bhagavan are one and the same. So don't try to search for Krishna anywhere. You properly hear, focus, then they are right there. Holy name and Krishna are non-different. And you develop this separation mode. It creates like a thing, the mind and the hearing, sound, like this separation, like two rubbing, right? Rubbing means you get heat. So same way the mind focus and the sound hearing, rubbing. So create that Gershna. And then that will loosen up our attachment to this material. So attachment to the Lord increases. So first attachment is that we feel separation. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why uh, the the viraha mode, viraha mode is very, very important. Like Gaurahari, this prayer, Ah, oh Gaurahari, an ocean of separation from Lord Krishna, please have mercy on me. Gaurahari, Lord Gaurahari, always felt, like rather an ocean of separation. See, you understand? Ocean of separation meaning, ocean meaning very big. The more separation he felt, the more symptoms. So it's like ocean of separation. Have mercy on me, oh Lord, Gaurahari, ocean of separation. He represents, he personifies ocean of separation. हाँ? ओ गौरहरि, ये विरह के सागर गौरहरि कृपा करो. हे गौरहरि गौरहरि, ओ गौरहरि गौरहरि, हे विरह के सागर गौरहरि कृपा करो. O Gaurari, an ocean of separation from Lord Krishna, have mercy on me. हे दया के सागर गौरहरि कृपा करो. हे गौरहरि, an ocean of mercy, please have mercy on me. Ocean of separation, ocean of mercy, have mercy on me. O Gaurahari, Gaurahari, विरह के सागर गौरहरि कृपा करो. Ocean of separation from Lord Krishna, please have mercy on me. हे प्रेम उजागर गौरहरि कृपा करो. प्रेम उजागर गौरहरि कृपा. O Gaurahari, who revealed the topmost ecstatic love for Sri Krishna, Madanakya Mahabhava to the whole world, please have mercy upon me. Gaurahari revealed the topmost ecstatic love for Sri Krishna to the whole world, please have mercy on me. O Daya ke Sagar Gaurahari Kripa Karo. O Gaurahari, ocean of separation from Lord Krishna, have mercy on me. Hey Radha Bhava Ujagar Gaurahari Kripa Karo. O Gaurahari, who revealed the most confidential moods of Srimati Radhika to the whole world. Confidential moods of Srimati Radhika to the whole world, please have mercy on me. ये ये जीवों के हितकारक गौरहरि कृपा करो. ओ जीवों के हितकारक. O Gaurahari, who bestows auspiciousness and welfare on all living entities. Through Krishna Nama Sankirtan, please have mercy on me. So he brought Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. Bestows auspiciousness and welfare on all living. O Jivo के इत कारक गौरहरि कृपा करो. एक बूंद का दान करो, एक बूंद का दान करो. Please bestow in charity just one drop of ever increasing ocean of Krishna prema that is present in your heart. One drop of the ever increasing ocean of Krishna prema that is present in your heart. तुम समा कोई अवतार नहीं और तुम समा कोई वैरागी नहीं. No other incarnation can match your unparalleled and causeless compassion on the conditioned and offensive living entities. Conditioned and offensive living entities. No other renunciate or ascetic can ever match your intense and natural renunciation born out of pure love for Sri Krishna. Because intense and natural renunciation, born out of what? Pure love for Sri Krishna. So this is what actually Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur want to give and encourage. And that's why you can see our Gurudev, is bent upon teaching Raghanuga. Raghanuga. So in other words, of course, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati is present in our Gurudev, is present in the also with Anirudh Prabhu, and he is actually encouraging, he is speaking. So, the background, see, background connection. Everyone should perform Hariseva, devotional service of Lord Hari, together with one purpose. Wherever Harikatha is being spoken is a holy dham. Tirtha, place of pilgrimage. Without criticizing the nature of others, one should correct oneself. That is my personal instruction. Without criticizing the nature of others, one should correct oneself. So their nature is due to their past. Uh, they have come with the basket. Understand? This prarabdha karma, that we have to. So their behavior is like that. So don't worry, their nature will be like that. But you can change it what? We have to correct, see, without, criticizing, nature of others. They are behaving like that. So don't get upset. They are like this, misbehaving this way, that way, don't. Because they're past, okay? So tolerate it. And then what you do is, you don't even talk about that. Your nature is like that. But positive, chant, do Ekadasi. Ekadasi and chanting is again one and the same thing. But both have to get together. Understand? Huh? You have to be together. Like a coin, head and tail, goes together. Okay? So one side Ekadasi, one time Nam Japa. So by that what happens? Their nature changes. See how we can correct ourselves. See, I'm very bad. I'm very angry. I should control. No, not. Try to chant. When you get angry, all right, you're angry with yourself. I am forgetting Krishna. I'm not chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Then where is the time for getting angry? Understand? So you suppose someone is disturbing, you chant for them, even though they may not chanting. Let me chant 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, few rounds. Dedicate that to that person. You will see automatically they change. To change, they need some strength, some spiritual strength, is it not? You have to put in their spiritual bank. You know, either they have to put themselves or somebody else has to put. Because it is not there, no matter what you do, is like they say, you know, no matter what you do to the tail of dog, right? We put a stick and then make it straight. Then you remove it, going back to again. See, there's one thing. If you want to solve problems in one dimension, you cannot solve it on one dimension. You have to go higher dimension, one up higher. Like I've told you before, if you have one dimension, you see, suppose one dimension, two vehicles are coming, what happens? You get stuck. You cannot move, you can get stuck. So one dimension is a problem. You cannot solve. No matter what you do, one dimension, there is no solution. Two dimension, meaning like this, right? Now it comes here, it can go like this, huh? Then go, come down, go, continue, right? You understand? So one dimension problem can be solved in two dimension. Two dimension is the three dimension. Same way, this material problem cannot be solved in the material platform, material dimension. Understand? Material problems cannot be solved in a material dimension. I get it right. So you have to go to the spiritual dimension. Material problems can be solved in spiritual dimension. Okay. So what is spiritual dimension? That's what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is saying. Chanting, the same as direct realization of Bhagavan. One and the same chanting. You get the help of Krishna, Radha and Krishna. Because they bestow. That's why when we say Hare Krishna, see, first Hare is Radhe. Why? Radhe, my mind is not in control. Disturbed, yeah, there. You control it. You control Krishna, you can control. So Hare Krishna. So Krishna comes and catches. Wherever Radharani's mercy, blessing is there, Krishna comes. Then again we say Hare, second time. What is that Hare? Oh Radhe, please give spiritual strength. Because on the platform of material strength, I'm only engaged in lust, anger, greed, envy, jealousy, quarrel, hypocrisy, cheating, all these things. If you remain in the material platform, okay, you cannot get away, you cannot escape from these things. Lust, anger, greed, envy, all these things. Quarrel, hypocrisy, you cannot. Because this is what the three modes of material nature made out of. Only when you go to the spiritual, you get the opposite. Understand? That spiritual, lust. Lust meaning prema, So service, instead of suffering, you become happy, So all this. Uh, so we have to go to the spiritual platform, change. So that's why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, without criticizing the nature of others, because you will not achieve anything, a waste of time. waste of time because you cannot change. You do this, do this, do this. All these things. So many people go for uh, what do you call therapy or counseling. You know, how you can plan this that they have failed. Like for example, drinking, smoking. These are all addiction. Everything else. So only way is spiritual chant, do ekadasi. Then automatically that will change. You know. So it's like this. If you are in a dark room, you want to, how to fight darkness, how to remove darkness. First of all, you cannot destroy darkness. Okay, darkness is absence of light. That's all. You cannot destroy light. So bring in the light. Very easy. So charge the light. You think darkness went away? No, disappeared. No. It is there wherever it is, but it loses its power in the presence of light. It cannot cover, you know. How easy? Otherwise, for millions of lifetimes, he keep fighting with the darkness, he will fail. He will get more hurt. In the darkness, what he can do. It is all around you. See? That's why try to understand. We have to understand this shadow, absence of light. The same way, this material nature, material world, this and that is absence of Krishna prema, Krishna's connection. So you bring in Krishna. How do you bring in Krishna? How do you bring in light? To turn on the light. Same way, how to bring Krishna, Radha and Krishna? Chant Hare Krishna. That's it, they came there. But focus here, the mind. Hare Krishna, complete focus. Then they are there. Then all your illusion, this, that is finished. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bah. Everything is included in this holy name, this Maha Mantra. You know, you don't need anything else. So, uh, and we should not take shelter of deceit. He is saying, life as an animal, bird, insect, patanga, flying insect, such as a moth, or any other of the countless species is acceptable, but taking shelter of deceit is thoroughly improper. Only an honest person possesses real auspiciousness. Why taking shelter of deceit is thoroughly improper? Why? Because we are forgetting that Krishna is everywhere. Is it not? Sarvatra sarvam. All the time. Everywhere, all the time. And he is watching, listening. He is witness. So if we are deceived, that means we are uh, it is improper because we have no faith or actually bringing dishonor or in other words, we are going against the truth, fundamental truth. Then what happens? If we decide, then you will become more miserable. You'll forget Krishna more and more. You'll put you into more and more into Maya. So more and more Maya meaning more and more darkness of ignorance. See, if the sun is not there, we are in darkness. You know, don't get fear, anxiety, so many things. Uh, you will not be peaceful. So, and so many, wild, so many things. They come and attack you only in the darkness, isn't it? Our own mind. So, that's why honest, meaning what? Krishna is living, Krishna is watching. So that's why deceit is no good. Mm. So another name for Saralata, honesty and simplicity is Vaishnavata. The quality of being a Vaishnava is what? Honesty and simplicity. Then this is telling, helping to draw conditioned souls away from their perverted attachment to the material energy is the greatest compassion. See, if you are having deceit, then what happens? Our attachment to the material energy, material increases. So it increases. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, what is the highest compassion or highest loka kalyana, helping others? You know, people they always want to, I want to help my parents, I want to make them happy, or I want to make my country happy, or, so many things, right? Actually, among all of those, what is the best thing? He says, helping to draw conditioned souls away from their perverted attachment to the material energy is the greatest compassion. Attachment to the material energy, away from their perverted attachment. He says, you try to understand, very perverted attachment to the material energy. But if you get attached to this spiritual Radha and Krishna, that is perfect use of attachment. We have attachment, okay, you cannot avoid. Attachment is the symptom of the soul. No, you cannot. It can be either natural attachment or perverted attachment, okay? Only two. So spontaneous natural attachment is towards Krishna. Love for Sri Krishna is part of the soul, is nature of the soul. Nobody can. But it can also pervert it. Perverted attachment to the material energy is the great. So helping to draw the conditioned soul from the perverted attachment. Understand? No, don't get attached there. Attached to Krishna, holy name, Ekadasi. So even if one soul is rescued from Mahamaya, the great illusory potencies, fortress, okay, jail, fortress. Even if you rescue one soul, that compassionate act, understand? Most compassionate act is to save one soul from this illusory potency, is infinitely more benevolent than the construction of unlimited hospitals. Unlimited material hospitals. That's why we have a spiritual hospital. What? All the Gaudiya Maths, you know, or wherever Sankirtan is going on, is actually walking hospitals, you can say, walking spiritual hospitals. you know, uh, best hospital. Doing Sankirtan, openly, right? It's actually is like a, what is it? What do you call? Um, ambulance. Okay, spiritual ambulance. Okay. Spiritual ambulance. Okay, ambulance means what? Yeah, emergency, right? Pui, yeah. So yeah, it's supposed to give one what? Uh, they have to give one right of way, is it not? You have to go away from your, move away from the, in your, driving, right? You have to give the path for that first priority to the ambulance because he's in emergency condition. To be saved, he is going to the hospital, right? Understand? So this congregation of chanting is also like a spiritual ambulance. So that means what? Everybody should pay attention to that. Because what? Everybody is not misunderstood, not understood. But if they have understood, you know, ambulance, meaning what? It will take us directly, very quickly. It will make us heal. It will make us more happy. And this perverted attachment, it will end the perverted attachment. See? So this is what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So, so there are so many things. Now, anyway, our questions, right? Today is question time. But please request all of you. You can download. I think we have sent you a copy, e-copy. Huh? You can get it and then please read. Huh? So, Guruve Gaurachandra Radhikaya Tada Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktāya Tad Bhaktāya Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatma Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Kinamine Leela Katane Sudaksham Audorya Madhurya Gunaischa Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purisham Mahantam Narayanam Vidandi Nam Bhakta Shiromani Sri Krishna Padavada Vijayaka Chaitanya Leela Vatara Prapadye. So why did Krishna have Parakiya Prem and not Sakiya Prem with the gopis? How can we get the service of Srimati Radharani as a maid servant? See, why did Krishna? See, Krishna had actually Parakiya Prema and also Sakiya Prema. Of course, with gopis only Parakiya Prema. Okay? But he had a Sakiya Prema in the, like, um, Dwarka, Ayodhya, other. So, Parakiya with the gopi. Actually, it may seems like Parakiya, but it is not Parakiya in a sense. See, hmm, you, Parakya is, of course, in this world. See, this is the thing. He has done, is doing this in this planet, right? This earthly planet. Meaning, in the spiritual world, eternally, Radha and Krishna together there, right? Uh, and here we are in the, most of the people are in Swakiya, right? We are in this Swakiya. Meaning, you can see the four kinds of relation, or, like five kinds, relationship. We are servants, someone is serving. Then Sakya, friendship. Then father, mother, parental. And then the wedded life, married, right? So, this four, and then the neutral, five. So the four relations, like a servant, friend, it is there in this world. But it is based on the that, for example, in the marriage, you are wedded, right? So, but actually, one may be husband this life, maybe next life he might be wife. Husband may become wife. We can change the role because the body is changing the gender. Many incidences are there. If you think of, like, in one time, so the past life regression. See, in the past life regression, one time in Europe, uh, trying to remember, there was a pain. See, what happened was, this lady, uh, European lady, had pain uh, in her heart, in a place, and so she went to all the hospitals in Europe, America, everywhere, PET scan, MRI scan, all these things. But the doctor could not find anything wrong. He said everything looks normal. And she could not, but she's feeling pain all the time. So then someone was suggesting, why don't you do previous, this past life regression? So that person went there and they took her to the past life, right? So what happened? Past life, she's gone, and then uh, hypnotic thing, and she's telling, oh, where are you now? And see, the hypnotism is also science in a sense. They do carefully. Suppose you are driving. If there is a break in the road or puddle, right? Right? What do you do? Try to avoid, is it not? Otherwise, you will. Same way in the flight also, aeroplane. If there is a drop in the pressure through radar, they will know. They try to avoid it, go around. Otherwise, if they go Whoop. One time, I think 78 or something, going from Chicago to Ontario, something, Canada, 78. Plane was going and it fell almost 1,000 feet down. Ooh. no, uh, no, like that. They try to avoid. The same way, suppose you have an accident, in the mind is all, the way you react. Oh, like this. So people, when they try to do this, past life regression, they will ask the person, hey, did you go through any accident, this and that? And they ask you jump over. Understand? Jump over. You don't want to go through that. If you do, then all that symptoms, the way you acted during that in an accident, so that might be dangerous. So all that will come back again. So they try to avoid. You understand? Jump over. So when they took it, now where are you going? Oh, I'm in the battlefield, Second World War. Okay, it happened this 80s. Huh? But Second World War. What do you hear? Some gunshot. Dham, dhamar, dhamar, dhamar. He was a soldier. Previous life, he was a soldier. And in the battlefield, he got dhamar. And, he hit him, somewhere. And he died. So while dying, he was thinking his wife probably, what will happen. Very dear. So he became a female next life. So now, and the pain, it was hit in the mind, understand? Body, of course, but it was registered in the mind, understand? And the mind carried on. Mind was not destroyed by bullet, right? Understand? The brain might get destroyed, but not the mind. So what happened? The mind was carried, but impression was there. So the next life, that pain started again. You understand? So now the therapist knows, hey, look, that pain is due to that. Forget it, something like that. That is, partial. But actually, if you do ekadasi, it's complete, eradication. So what I'm saying is, a husband can change, become wife become an husband. Da, 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 da. How many wives, children we had, children and all that. No, unlimited. But the soul is actually what? The body changes the husband, wife, children, and all that. But the soul does not change the husband. Husband. The husband remains Krishna. Understand? The lover, true lover. It is not husband. You can say it is lover. The true nature of soul is to have love for Sri Krishna. We cannot avoid. That is the nature. So, but now we are in Parakiya because what? My true husband was Krishna. Now I am husband of this, that, wife, this and that. No happiness, and millions of husband, millions of wife, millions of children. And where are they? They're all, it was related to the body died, and that relation is also gone. Understand? But the soul remained. There is no destruction for the soul. Understand? So, but we carried in the mind. You understand? Mind will not get destroyed. It will get destroyed only when you get bhakti, when you cross over this prison house one day. Viraja river. When you cross that, then your mind will get finished. So Uh, Till then, the mind carries on. So many impressions, so many wives, husbands, they're all there. We forget it. You might say, no, you must be crazy telling all. Now, wait a minute. Now, many of you might have gone through operation. Understand? During operation, what the doctor will do? He will give you anesthesia, isn't it? So with that you will not feel any pain. Imagine if the doctor operates without giving anesthesia, what will happen to you? You think you will alive, or doctor will be alive? Both will be dead. So that's why he gives you anesthesia, so that you will not feel pain. So cutting and all that, it will not kill us. It is the fear. Understand? Oh, fear, this blood, oh, coming out, I'm dying. Say this. See again, you try to understand it. The same way God has given this anesthesia, spiritual anesthesia, forgetfulness of previous lives, of how many husbands, wives we had, this and that. So this is actually parakia, meaning we are thinking this is my husband, I'm wife or children, I'm daughter. But actually I'm nothing. I'm 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 beloved of Krishna. My lover is Krishna. I forget that. But we have this relation in this world. So Krishna does these things to the gopis, Parakiya Bhava, friend, to teach us. Now look, you are thinking you are wedded officially this and that. But actually, I'm the truly your husband. So that's why gopis developed that. But the amazing thing is, the Yoga Maya created such a way, the husbands of the gopis never complained anything. They did not feel at all. Oh, Krishna is doing this way, that. There is no enviousness or anything. Because they also had love with Krishna. See? So much love and attention. And the arrangement of Yoga Maya is such that nobody felt anything. They also they felt that gopis were with them also. So actually the teaching to draw, perverted attachment. Right? You remember the highest compassion for a living entity, what it can do, redirect that attachment, perverted attachment to real attachment to Supreme God. That's why he did Krishna Parakiya Prema. If suppose if he has done only Sakiya Prema, then what? You see? Sakiya Prema is what? He can only marry one person, right? In the tradition of, that's why see Lord Ramchandra came. He married only Sita. Did he married any other queens? No. He said, I only. He kept that. But Krishna is something else. No, Supreme Personality of God. That's why in Vrindavan he did this. But in Dwarka he married. Married 16,008. But actually he married only one. That is Rukmini. And he might say, wait a minute, what about Satyabhama and other 108, eight principal queens and other? They are all actually manifestation, avatar of Rukmini. Understand? So, Rukmini, no. Because in the marriage, before when he got married to Rukmini, Rukmini's parents were not there with her, relatives were not there, right? Krishna brought her. Why he brought her? Rukmini said, he sent a letter. Oh Krishna, if you don't come and carry me, I will give up my life. She was meant it. If Krishna had not gone, she would have given up her life. So it became an obligation to save her. Krishna went. Because of the desire of Rukmini, not desire of Krishna. Understand? Of course, when somebody is so dedicated, completely surrendered, then Krishna accepts. No, that is different. So that's why Krishna went and carried her back. Now here, he is alone. Rukmini is alone. And now they want to marry Krishna and Rukmini because it is Dwarka. It's not in Vrindavan. In Dwarka, you cannot have of course, it is bad to use, like a girlfriend, this and that, boyfriend. No. This is a Western perverted, but it is accepted part of the life, you know. It is natural, but it is most unword, it is perverted naturalness, you can say. Lack of words, proper word. So what happened? Rukmini was alone. So Dwarkavasis, you think they will not understand her nature. So they became, some of them take a role. I'm the parent of Rukmini, uncle. So they become two groups. Dwarkavasis became, 50% staying with Rukmini, 50% staying with Krishna. Right? So they came for negotiation marriage. If you want our girl to be married to you, we have to accept our conditions. Then Krishna's side, they are telling, what are your conditions? Our girl is very beautiful, is chaste. So Krishna should not marry anybody else. They put condition. Krishna side said, okay, Krishna will not marry anybody else. He will marry only one, Rukmini, and that's it. What are the other conditions? Our girl Rukmini should not be given any hard task. All right, agreed, no problem. Then wherever Krishna goes, she should carry, take her also. Okay, no problem. Like that. And then one condition, because we are dear to Rukmini, you have to show some partiality to us. That they did not agree. That's the only thing they did not agree. Because for him, they are all equal, right? They are all equal. So no. So anyway, they agreed, their marriage was done. Now, all right. Then he married Satyabhama, all those people, others. So you think Krishna violated his word that he gave to Rukmini's side? No, because our Acharya says Rukmini herself, all others are expansion of Rukmini. Like gopis. Gopis are the expansion of Radha, right? You know that, right? Like that. Uh, so that's why you could not marry, but the relation must be there. Relation must be there. So what else is there? Only way is Parakiya. Parakiya meaning also, see, he has done Parakiya and Sokiya also. How? See, when Brahma took away all the sakas, you remember? Last time of Brahma Mohana. Brahma, he took away all the sakas and the calves, put it in a cave. right? Uh, for 1 year. Then what happened? Krishna expanded. In that year, Yogamaya inspired. This is the best year for marriage. Ah. So they arranged marriages with all the gopis, with all the sakas, different. Now overall different sakas, Krishna. So Krishna was actually married to all the gopis there at that time, suitable. So then, of course, 1 year later, almost, they were brought back. So they did not know what has transpired. They're like a sleep, suspended state. So again, of course, they were after getting old. They were moved to their houses because they were married in the childhood, right? You understand? So in that state also, looking from that angle, Krishna was actually married in Swakiya also, but Parakiya also. In that case, there is no difference because they have natural love for Krishna. So that's why it is the most highest. But in this material world, if you do Parakiya, it is looked down as down, very cheap, very ugly, very actually distasteful, isn't it? I hope you understand what I'm saying. In this material world, doing Parakiya frame is disgusting. Understand? Whereas in the spiritual world, the Krishna is the highest because it is not Parakiya either there also. It is natural love. We are situated in the natural state. And the Yogamaya arranges such that it will not cause any problem in a sense. No. So in this material world, when Krishna descends to this world, it does there to bring out this point. Otherwise, how will we understand? See, if 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 Sukadev, our Gurudev is telling this point, see, Sukadev Goswami is reciting these pastimes of Krishna with gopis. He himself is reciting. Who is Sukadev Goswami? Exalted person. Wow. And who are all his audience? You know, uh, Rajarshis, Maharshis, all the renounced persons. They were relishing it. Understand? And he is telling, Sukadev Goswami is reciting, he's telling this. If you hear these pastimes of Krishna with gopis, the knot in our heart, see, this is what in the Gayatri mantra. Kama Gayatri is that's what it is. What is Kama Gayatri? The mundane cupid in our heart causing all the problems. So bringing the transcendental cupid is Krishna. Then our knot in the heart is broken. And lust, anger, greed will disappear. So Kamadevaya Pushpabanaya Ananga. Kamadeva Pushpabana Ananga. These all three refers to the Krishna. That Krishna who is attracting all the gopis. Gopinath. So that Krishna, we invoke him in the form of this mantra. Uh, so he comes and destroys. So he destroys of what? The so-called this perverted attachment. Ah, yeah. So, and that is the reason he There is no other way. He has to do this parakiya bhava. But it is not parakiya. See, that's why it's faultless. Sukadeva Goswami is telling this is no fault. But the problem is convincing others. That's why this Bhagavatam or pastimes of Krishna should be heard from a pure devotee. We have realized this thing. So there cannot be any fault in the Krishna. There are 18 kinds of different faults. Ashtadasha Mahadosha Rahita Bhagavat Tanu. So he demonstrated. And that's why it's glorified, The the pastimes, among all pastimes of Krishna is uh, uh, Rasa Leela. Why? He is defeating the mundane Cupid. Mundane Cupid was totally destroyed, defeated. Became, he cannot be destroyed in a sense, became unconscious, unconscious. So he will not do anything bad. He's unconscious. I understand. In this material world. So he's acting only in this material world. We made him unconscious. So that's why he has to do that. How can we get the service of Srimati Radharani as a maid servant? Unless we take shelter of maid servant of Radharani, we develop relationship with our maid servants or the maid servant, we can become maid servant. That person maid servant. There is no other way. So you have to get, like sometime you go for, if you know somebody, suppose some job, a mundane thing I'm talking, recommendations, right? Recommendations, material recommendations, right? Don't you see? Sometimes material recommendation, you go there, I'm so and so related, or my, whatever, some professional relation or whatever, right? Your degrees also is like a recommendation, is it not? One way, some kind of qualification recommendation. So you are referred to by such and such, where they know together, right? Both parties know. That person, that company know this person. Who is recommending? They know. Why is recommending? They are very close related. Then you understand, you think jobs will be get done easily. Same way, relationship. One who is very dear to Radharani, if she recommends, that person recommends Radha, or takes her, introduces, huh? So if you have a relationship with that, then you automatically get relationship with Radha. You get opportunity to serve. So with relationship, So that's why in even the answer for Parakiya is natural love is there, but there is no natural love in the Sakya Bhava. You understand? It's only material, see, body, but the Atma is with Krishna, love for Krishna. His body is with somebody else. You understand? But in the spiritual world, both are same. You understand? No, body and the spirit same. So there is no conflict there. But it is enacted in this world, uh, because to draw the conditioned souls to this point and glorification of Sukadeva Goswami, that it is faultless. That's why he's telling the 9 cantos, 9 steps. This is the preparation. See, if we study Srimad Bhagavatam, 9 cantos, you get prepared. Then you hear the pastimes of Krishna and Radha, gopis, Paragi. Then you understand, yes, directly go, then doom, get me some. Oh no, this is not right. This is immoral. Krishna is immoral. Gopis are immoral. See, actually, it is an offense. Greatest. You jumped. That's why you go through 9 characters. Then you see it is most natural thing, highest thing. Actually, we are immoral. Understand? Gopis are highest character. They are not immoral. We are immoral. We are perverted, but gopis are perfect. That's why Krishna says, your love for me is pure. Na parayam, na parayam. So, any other question? You mentioned muzzle testing and tulsi bead spinning experiment a lot, and I have been using it to show others that it is good to be a vegetarian. But I noticed that for some people, if they like to have garlic, chocolate, duck, they're actually strong in muzzle testing when I test for them are positive in tulsi. Or positive in tulsi bead spinning when they do it on their own. Same if someone has allergy to orange mango, then they actually show weakness when technically bhakti yoga practice. Fruits are good for us, and while garlic are bad for us. My Ayurvedic doctor said it is because those people's body need those food and nutrients in those food. That is why some people might test positive on food. Devotees don't eat. Another thing is after I start teaching people about it, they started using it to test whether they should invest in a house or talk to someone in a relationship. I hope I won't get bad karma from it. I only did the experiment to show them the energy of food and glory of ecology. They started doing those things on their own, and I didn't charge any money for it either. Now, my experience is sometimes this may not work on everyone, because their habits, negative things, eating and all that, their energy is so low, they don't even see the difference whether it is garlic or onion or ginger. Okay, you remember ginger is a positive energy. Garlic, onion is negative energy. See, If you take garlic itself, it's the negative energy. You cannot help it. And ginger is positive energy. Okay. There is no in that there is no question about it. But the person, suppose a person, if energy is so low down, for them it doesn't make any difference. You understand? So this will be difficult for them. What the way to can do is uh, for a healthy person like a devotee or somebody whom it works, garlic makes them heat, I mean weak, or garlic, onion makes weak, ginger makes them strong. Take that person and to show them, see, this is what happens to him. Same thing to you, because your energy down, energy low is low, doesn't make any difference. It appears make them strong like that. So it is not that the doctor, Ayurvedic doctor says that somebody they need this, need that. Um, that will not help to my understand. The because the energy it influences you, negative energy. Some foods are in tamasic. There is no doubt about it. Scripture understanding is there. Even not only we, even in Chinese tradition, like for example, Mahayana Buddhists, they don't eat onion garlic because they say it will reduce your immunity. If you eat raw, you become angry. If you cook it, your immunity goes down. It is bad for your heart, liver, kidney, spleen, lungs, all these five things. There's five family in the onion, garlic, leek, spring onion, and something else. All the five are bad for these five organs. So it's the entire world, entire tradition. It is there, no question about it. But if someone, tests positive for that, it is because their energy is so low, they will test positive for everything. you know, uh, they are so down. So for them, you have to take more of positive energy. And in that best case is not to tell them, give up onion, garlic or anything. First you do Ekadasi, at least on day of Ekadasi, don't take these things and only fruits. Even within fruit, the apple and the way I check, apple and the dragon fruit is negative energy. So we should avoid that. In India now, dragon fruit is everywhere. Become crazy. Very expensive. And it takes you down, your energy down. No? So, uh, so if they follow that, then like we were telling, Ekas, it gives a good credit to Kruti, and gradually their immunity will go up, and then they will start sensing what is negative, what is positive. Otherwise, they are so low, they don't know what is positive, what is negative. Very difficult. Uh, it is that's why you have to test on one who is reasonably normal, in a sense, who can sensitive. We are in the sensitive. You can discriminate. You know, negative energy, positive energy. Uh, then this will work. It will not work on everybody. That's why it is uh, better first, if the test one, initially you should get a feeling. Then it is not working, and then you should drop that. Concentrate only on Ekadasi, Nam Japa, you know, and chanting, And if you do this chanting, you know, focusing on hearing. See, the on the yoga side, what they do, pranayama. You must have heard pranayama, right? Yama, niyama, asana, the different postures, and then concentrating on the breath, right? Some part. Then you become peaceful. It is no doubt about it. Because who is breathing in you? It is Krishna. Because breathing is not in my hand. If it is in my hand, phone call comes, hello, 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 I will die. Sleeping, I will die. So it is Supreme Lord. So indirectly we are concentrating on Him. That's why I become peaceful. Because what? First element of Krishna is peacefulness. Shanta, Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Hridya Vijnanagamyam Yogi Vijnanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhava Bhayaram Sarva Lokaika Natham Sarva Lokaika Natham is Supreme Personality. But begin with Shanta. Like for example, suppose in the corner there is a fire. I close your eyes, right? Bind your eyes, close, with a cloth or something. So you don't see anything. So you are gradually taken near the fire, you feel heat, but you don't know what is that heat, source of heat. Is it electrical, wood, stove, whatever, right? Gas. Or what is the size, shape, you don't know. But you feel the heat. It may be sun also, you understand? Sunlight. So the heat you will feel. Closer you go, I have the heat. So same way, this breath, focusing on the breath, if you feel peaceful. But chanting, when you focus on chanting the name of Krishna, is not different from Krishna. You get the full spectrum, benefit of the full spectrum. You understand? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, all that. So it's a million times better, billion times better. So if you tell them, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, not even full Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare, depending upon the audience. Then when they hear that 5 minutes, say, this is what he can do. Let us do this. Hare Krishna. Don't hear anything else. You say, yeah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, level goes up. Okay. The chakras gets aligned. You know, chakras get aligned. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, three, these three doshas become, balanced. You know, and then ask them to do Ekadasi. Ekadasi, why? Because it let you balance. You have become imbalanced. Understand? You have to balance it. Our energy level is imbalanced. See, if you are imbalanced, what happens? You cannot properly walk, right? You will fall down. You know. See, balanced. So, this is a subtle balance. You know, body balance, gross body, and a subtle body balance. And the spiritual. So, if you connected with Krishna, then these both will balance. Understand? So you have to use this trick. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna. Keep telling and hearing. Yeah. Billion times better than this pranayama. Okay, breath, concentration on breath, and you'll become more famous. you know. So, and it will benefit them. It will change their behavior. This is the best therapy. Ah, you know, consultants, what do you call therapy and whatever other terms they are. Healing. Best healing. Best medicine. See, people now understand medicine, energetic medicines. Understand? Sound medicine. Spiritual sound medicine. Medicine in the form of sound. Understand? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Best medicine, quickest, no side effect. Side effect is destroying all the miseries. Understand? So, if you do that way, I think we will be. I think our time is coming up. Please forgive me for the delay, and we pray at the lotus feet of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was the foremost doctor, spiritual doctor. We pray for his mercy, for his blessing on all of us. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Dandavat pranam to everybody. Hare Krishna.